Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on where you are connecting to us from, it's indeed a pleasure having you here. How are you doing today? Today is the 30th of July, and of course, the month of July is going to be rounding up sooner than you think. Interesting. Before you know it, we're going to be in the Ember month, and before you know it, December, and then 2025. One question. How has it been for you so far this year with respect to the business of Forex trading? I know most of you here, or most of you that will watch this on a replay, are going to be beginners, newbies. But at the same time, how has it been for you? And if you are here and you are a struggling trader, how has it been for you? What have you learned so far? Have you been able to achieve your trading goals? I really don't know. But truth is, there is still time. You still have about 5 months to go. August, September, October, November, and December. And you can do a lot if you do what? You implement. We're going to be sharing information with you about the business, how to start the business the proper way as a beginner. But that information is not going to guarantee success. It is what you do with the information that will determine if you are going to be successful or not. Okay, so Forex trading for beginners, that is what we are here to discuss. How to trade the Forex market the proper way. A quick disclaimer for you. Trading the financial market, whether it is Forex, crypto, stocks, commodities, and so on, carries a high level of risk, and it is advisable that you protect your account accordingly. Also note that the information we're going to be sharing with you in this 3 days beginners training is not going to guarantee success, but rather it is what you do with the information that will determine if you are going to be successful or not. Welcome again, welcome and welcome. We do hope that the information we're going to share with you is going to make sense and is going to propel you to take action. Because at the end of the day, you are here simply because of money. That's it. So a quick introduction. My name is Tolu, T-O-L-U, of CSA Forex. CSA Forex is an academy, and it stands for Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading. In life, we believe that there must be a common sense approach to anything and everything in life. Before we dive straight in, guys, don't forget to follow us on our YouTube and our Instagram as well at CSA Forex. Follow us on our channels. Okay, great. Now a quick one. Introduction to the financial markets. Whenever you want to learn something new, you ask questions. What is trading? Why trade? When to trade? Who can trade? Where to trade? And then, of course, what are the things I need? What are the tools I need to trade? So we're just going to run through this within the next minute or two before we dive into the nitty-gritty of the business. What is trading? In simple words, trading is the buying and selling of what? Buying and selling of different instruments, financial instruments, Forex, one currency against another, euro against US dollar, pounds against Japanese yen, and so on. It's the buying and selling of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dash, Ripple. It's the buying and selling of commodities, charcoal, sugar, and so on. Buying and selling of stocks, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and we have hundreds and hundreds of instruments available for trading. Why do you need to trade? In one word, money. One word, you need to trade because of money. You want to be financially free. You want to be your own boss. So many reasons. you want to start a company, you want to retire early, and so on. When to trade. The market is a 24 hours market. So you can trade in the morning, in the afternoon, or night. 24 hours market, meaning that you can combine this with any other thing that you are doing. Who can trade? Anybody, everybody can trade. Whether you're a doctor, lawyer, student, farmer, everybody can trade. It doesn't discriminate. Where to trade? You can trade from anywhere in the world. It's an online business. As long as you have the right tools, you are good to go. What are the right tools? Number one, the internet-enabled device, smartphone, laptop, desktop, or tablet, which is what you're using to connect to us now. And of course, you need your internet as it's an online business. And you need what? You need a trading application, Metatrader 4. And finally, you need knowledge. Knowledge is what most people lack. People have the device, people have the internet, and people can easily download the trading application. But that knowledge, the proper knowledge, the education is where people miss it. So, how do you make money? You make money simply from the fluctuations in price. Price could either be going up or price could be going down. And we're going to be showing you everything that has to do with price. Because whether it is Forex or cryptos or stocks, you are trading based on the price, right? Don't forget, price is what you are buying or selling. Road to success. First of all, get the proper education, then you practice, and then you could have a mentor. Simple. Get the proper education and practice. It's not about just the information. It's about the implementation of the information that leads to the transformation. And that's what we're all after. And you can as well get a mentor to help shorten your learning curve. So these are the major things we're going to be focusing on: the Metatrader 4, market analysis, risk management, and psychology. The Metatrader 4 is the trading application to open, close, and modify trades. I repeat, it is the application to open, to close, and modify trades. Good. Now, market analysis. This is how we build our trading strategy. Everybody must have a trading strategy in order to enter and exit the market. So based on market analysis, we'll be talking about the fundamentals and the technicals to help with that aspect. Risk management. To minimize losses and maximize profits. Truth be told, you are going to have losses. It is not a cost, it's part of the business. So because you know you are going to have losses, it's advisable that you ensure that they are well minimized, and then the profits are well maximized. Psychology, how to control your emotions. Emotions is a killer when it comes to the business. Generally in life, emotions is a killer. So you must know how to control your emotions. It will keep you in check and it will help you to stay afloat in the business. So psychology, we'll be looking at trading plan, journal management in order to achieve our goal. So with that said, let's dive into the Metatrader 4. And then let's look at how to use it to open, close, and modify trades. Now, by the way, do you have a demo account? I repeat, do you have a demo account? If you don't have a demo account, I'm going to put up a link in the description now for you to be able to open up a demo account, because you will be required to practice. I repeat, you'll be required to open, close, and modify trades. You want to make money, you have to know how to make use of the demo account. Okay, so with that said, don't forget we said it is all about price. You are buying or you are selling. So we want to quickly explain to you everything that has to do with this buying and selling. So when it comes to buying, quickly, when it comes to buying, as an example, you buy something at 100 Naira. When you buy it at 100 Naira or $100 or whatever currency, for you to make money, Do you want the price to go up or to go down from 100? Of course, you want it to go up. So if it goes up to 120, it means that you have made the difference of 100 and 120, which is what? Which is 20. You have just made 20. And of course, if it goes the other way, maybe to 70, then you have lost what? You have lost 30. So this is the normal scenario that most traders understand. When you buy something at a particular price, you want it to go up for profit, and then if it goes the other way, it's a loss. But then the opposite is the case for selling. Assuming you sold that thing at 100, because one major advantage of this business is that you can make money whether it goes up or it goes down. So if you sell something maybe at 100 and it goes down to 70, now this is a profit. It's a profit. So you see that it is a battle between the buyers and the sellers, because the buyers want to make money when it goes up, while the sellers want to make money when it goes down. So they're both fighting price to go up or to go down. And of course, vice versa, if it goes up, it's a loss. So guys, this section here, buying and selling, very important. It's advisable that you understand it thoroughly, right? So for us to make use of that demo account, you just drop the link. So it is now for you to what? It is now for you to make use of the link to open a demo account. Now, we are going to be looking at the trading application quickly, because the trading application is what we're going to be using to open, close, and modify trades. But before we dive into open, close, and modify trades, based on this trading application, you look over here, we call this number 1, number 2, and number 3. Number 1 is Market Watch, which tells us all the available instruments, as you can see here, all the available instruments, where we talked about the Forex, cryptocurrency, stocks, everything here. And then the two prices, the bid is the selling price and the ask is the buying price. Now, the difference between these two prices is the spread. This is the profit for the broker, because some of you might be asking, how will the broker make its own money from the difference between the buying and the selling prices? So the bid is the selling and the ask is the buying. And number 2 is called the terminal. You can see the name terminal here. It's called the terminal. Terminal simply gives us all the information about our money and about our open trades and about our closed trades account history. So it gives us information on our open trades, closed trades, everything account balance, money-wise. Very, very important, terminal. Number 3 is what we call the chart window, and it gives us information about price. You can see how price has been moving. So it lets us know whether price is moving up or is moving down. From the beginning, from this point here to this point where it is now, you can easily say that price is moving what? Price is moving down, right? You can easily say that price is moving down. So what we normally do for traders is show you how to do everything very fast. Because if we were to ask you, when do you want to make money? What would your answer be? Do you want to make money now? Do you want to make money tomorrow? Or do you want to make money yesterday? I'm sure your answer would be yesterday. So we're going to show you how to quickly, without wasting time, how to quickly make use of this application, right, to open, close, and modify trades. So we click on the new order here, new order, and this is where we have the symbol, volume, all the instruments here. Volume has to do with your account balance. We'll come back to that. There's a calculation for it. Stop loss prevents loss. Take profit, acquire the profit that you have made so far. Comment, no need for comment. 2 types of entry. You can enter using market execution for now, or enter using pending order for later. So you'll be the one to put in the price for later. The market execution is what we want to use to place a trade now. And we can as well do mini, money, more to place a trade. Now, you notice that we did mini, money, more. And that is what? That is not the way to place a trade. It's more or less gambling. But we are showing you how to use the platform. By tomorrow, we'll talk about the market analysis that properly explains how to what? How to pick whether it's a buy or sell based on information. So let's click on buy. And we're going to show you how to open a trade. Buy. Don't forget this tool here, number 2, terminal area, gives us everything about our money. You can see the profit is 0 because there is no open trade. So click on buy. Now you can see there's an open trade here. You can see the profit. You can see the symbol, the GBP USD that we entered a buy using 0.01, the smallest volume at this price. This was the price in which we entered that trade. Stop loss take profits is not there. We haven't set it. We have to set it ourselves. And there's a calculation for it. And there's an easier way than even a calculation for putting this, especially if you're using the laptop desktop version of the Metatrader 4. Don't forget, we want to show you the very, very fast way to open, close, modify trades. Actually, we want to show you the very fast way to make money from the business. Yes, I'm sure you like that. The very fast way to make money from the business. Guys, as we continue, if you have any questions based on what we're discussing, because this is the beginners class, the beginner section, this is not the advanced. At a much later time, we will have something for the advanced traders. So, in this beginners class, we have just opened a trade. It's now for us to do what? To put our stop loss and our take profit. Why? Because that is how to modify the trade. So you can open a trade, close a trade, or modify. You can't modify your close if you have not opened. And we have shown you within a split second how to open a trade. As a summary, click on new order, sell or buy, sell or buy. Click on it and then you get your trade running over here. So now to modify this trade, don't forget from that diagram that we looked at earlier, we said something important. We said, if you are going to be what? If you are going to be buying, I'm going to show you that diagram again, just as a refresher. If you are going to be buying, right? If you're going to be buying, you want to make profit. And if you are going to be selling, you want to make profit. But when you buy, you make profit when the price appreciates. And when you sell, you make profit when it depreciates. Understand these two diagrams for buying and selling. This is the basis of trading because trading is all about buying and selling. Remember when we defined trading, we said trading is simply the buying and selling of one currency against another. That's it. So this here, very important. So back to our chart, our open trade. So now we have bought the trade. We need to set stop loss and take profit. Now there is a way to calculate it. And then there's also a way to what? To do it in a very fast manner. I'm going to quickly show you how to do the calculation. It's always good for you to have knowledge of the two, even though one is much faster, right? So how to calculate stop loss and take profit? We're going to be using what is known as PIPs, P-I-P. P-I-P is known as price interest point, the movement in price from one place to another. So as an example, a price moves from 10, a price of 10 to a price of 17. You can easily say price has moved up. It has moved up by how many pips? It has moved up by 7. By the time you do the difference from 10 to 17, that is 7. If you say price moves from 13 to 5, if price moves from 13 to 5, you can see that price moved the other way, which is down. And it has moved by 8, the difference between 13 and 5. So this is the meat of the calculation here. Now, assuming, this is an assumption, we're buying Euro USD at this price, we want to calculate stop loss of 40 pips and take profit of 120 pips. I'm going to show you something quickly because this is wrong and this is wrong. But you wouldn't understand until I show you this. This is a mistake that I personally made when I started trading over 10 years ago, especially because I didn't have anybody to show me the ropes. Now, you remember when we clicked on new order. Now, if you look at the last digit over here for selling, this 9 is smaller than the rest. Why? If you look at the last digit over here, 0 is smaller than the rest for buying. Why? This last digit is known as a pipet. Pipet. Pipet is known as a fraction of a pip. A fraction of a pip. Just like we have hundreds, tens, and units, we have fraction. So this fraction is very important. And that is why I said that this calculation is wrong. Is wrong simply because this last digit here is a pipet, but then we're calculating for 40 pips. A pipet is a fraction. So this 40 pips is the same thing as 40.0 pips, where this 0 here is the pipet, or is the same thing as 400 pipettes. 400 pipettes. So you must honor this pipette area. So you need to write 400, but if you look, we wrote 0 and then 4. And this is the area for pipette. That means that with this calculation, your pip starts from here. And that means that we are using 4 pips instead of 40 pips. And this is how I used to have plenty of losses very fast. I repeat, here's how I used to personally have plenty of losses very fast. And then I'll be asking that question, why? Until I understood this better. So that means that this 1, 2 for 120 pips, it's not 120, but rather the way we are supposed to write it is meant to be what? Is meant to be 400 or 1200, where we honor the pipettes, the last digits, and then the last digits. Good. I hope you understand that. Now, because it's a buy, stop loss is a loss, so we're going to be subtracting. So you subtract this value in this way, and then you get it, and then take profits for a buy is going up, so you're going to be adding. So we add the 120 in this way. Don't forget, taking into consideration the pipette, and this is what we have over here. So this is how to do the calculation after you've done a calculation for any amount of stop loss or take profit of your choice. I repeat, for any amount of stop loss or take profit of your choice. And then what do? You go back to the trading application to put in those values. I repeat, you go back to the trading application to put in those values for the stop loss and take profit. So you can as well do what, based on this price, 1.28276. If you want to calculate a stop loss of 30 pips, it's going to be 1.28. This is the price we're using, the entry price, 1.28. I remember we are buying 1.28276. Don't forget this 6, the last digit is a pipette. As a matter of fact, some traders tend to ignore it and they don't add it, right? So now we want to calculate 30 pips, 30 pips stop loss. We're going to put 0 here for the pipette and then 30 in this manner for what? For the 30 pips. And it is a stop loss, so we're subtracting. So that will simply be what? That will simply be 6 over here for the pipette, 7 minus 0, 7, 2 minus 3, borrow 1 from here. This becomes 7, this becomes 12. Then this is 9. Then this here, 7, 2, 1. So we have 1.27976. Hope you can see my handwriting well. 1.27976. Then you come over here to stop loss to impute it. So I can easily right-click on this and click on modify. Remember, I want to modify. Modify. So over here, I'll put in the 1.27976 and then click on modify. Voila. And then if we look over here, you can see the red line representing the SL stop loss. And this is the regular way to calculate it, especially if you're using a phone or whatever device. But remember, we said there's a fast way if you're using this laptop desktop device, and which is what? You simply drag this price. I can drag it up. For take profit, I can drag it up. You can see as we drag it up, you can see what we have over here to the left-hand side, TP. I can see 58, 59, 60 pips. You can see this one is, the last one is the pipette. Your 561 is 56 pips. And we can drag it up some more, depending on where we want to set it. So if I want to set it at about 100, I move it down to about 100. So you can see 100 and then 8 pipettes, and then I can leave it over there. And that is it. You can see the take profit has been imputed here. So this is just a fast way for the stop loss as well. If you're going to do the stop loss, drag it down. This is just a fast way to calculate your stop loss and your take profit if you're using the laptop and the desktop version of the Metatrader 4. That normally asks what's the advantage of using one over the other. This is one major advantage. Very fast modifications of trades. I hope that's making sense. Hope you guys are together. I hope we're together. I hope we're learning something as a beginner. Don't forget, it's not about the information, but it's about the implementation, right? Great. So now we've been able to open, we've been able to modify, and now I'm going to show you how to close a trade. There are two ways to close a trade. You can close it the manual way. You can decide to right-click on this trade over here, right-click, and then you can see close. Or you can right-click on this trade over here, and you see close. Or I can even click on this X over here, and then it will close. That is the manual way. Now, the automatic way, meaning that you're not the one that's going to be right-clicking or doing anything, automatically it's going to close. So it will close when it gets to this stop loss price to close for a loss. And when it gets to this take profit price, it will close for a profit. So that's the stop loss and take profit. Now, assuming you don't set stop loss, will it close? Well, eventually it will when you run out of money. So importance, stop loss, very key. Always ensure you have a stop loss in your account. If not, you might sleep, wake up, and then you are seeing zero account balance. It happens. It has happened. I've been guilty of that as well. Not understanding stop loss and not implementing it. Don't forget, it's not the information, it is the implementation that leads to the transformation. So we have shown you now how to use the trading application, which should be a breeze for you, how to open, how to close, how to modify trades. If you have any questions on that, do let us know as we are going to forge ahead now. I repeat, if you have any questions, let us know in the comment section. And if no questions, then we forward match and move over to the next thing. Normally, we should round up now, but we're going to touch base on the next thing, assuming no questions. The next thing will be market analysis. Don't forget, we showed you how to use the platform now without any information. So the buy that we clicked on was more or less a gamble. We just picked it from nowhere. But you don't place trades just for the fun of it or just from nowhere. We place trades based on information, right? So let's look at it this way. Based on this information, which has to do with market analysis, let's define market analysis. Simply, market analysis is the analysis of the market. It is the breakdown, the study, the examination, the evaluation, the in-depth look at information from the market. Remember, we said everything has to do with the information and information from the market, what's happening in the world that will help us to know whether we should be buying or selling, right? And we're going to be talking about this based on fundamentals and technicals. Fundamentals and technicals. Market analysis, once again, is simply the breakdown, study, evaluation, examination of information from the market that helps us to make a decision of whether to buy or to sell. So, fundamentals. What is fundamentals? Fundamentals simply has to do with news. And of course, we already know news. You know, we get news from different sources. We get news from TV, from radio, from the internet. And the beautiful thing about 2024 is that everything is now on the internet. No need to buy a newspaper. You have your news on the internet. No need to even watch TV. Your TV is on the internet. And this news can be broken down into scheduled and breaking, scheduled news and breaking news. And one thing you need to know about the news, as we said, it can be gotten from TV, radio, newspaper, or internet. One thing we need to know about the news is that for scheduled news, it's coming out at a particular time. It is expected. So the scheduled news could be elections. If you know, the elections in the US It's going to be coming soon. So that can easily affect the US dollar based on who is nominated as the next POTUS. And that is the president of the United States, POTUS. It could be events, things happening. The Olympic in France. If I were to explain the event Olympics in France within timing, within 10 seconds, you would already know whether it's going to be a buy or sell. Let me help you. The event in France happening now is what? Is the Olympics. So what's unique? You have a lot of people in France now from parts of the world, different parts of the world. What are they going to be spending? Which currency are they going to be spending? Of course, it's the currency of France, right? So what happened to the currency of France? Is it going to be in high demand? Yes. But what does that mean? It's going to go up. Because it's going to go up, what should you be doing? Buying it. Quick one. That's an event. So you have positive events and negative events. You have news releases. We'll talk about news releases in a bit. Breaking news, sudden disaster, earthquakes, tsunami, death of a prominent figure. Unexpected news also affects the market. Remember we said we're taking you straight to the point. We don't want to waste your time. Once you understand this business, it will help you to what? It will help you to approach it the proper way. And it is for us to make money. So this that we just talked about, when we talked about the Olympics in France, you know that is good news. And because it's good news, we should be buying the currency of France, right? So good news, we buy. Bad news, we sell, right? Simple. We are going to be rounding up in a minute or two. If you guys have a question or two, let us know. We want a situation where tomorrow, when we meet up, we continue from where we stopped. If not, we can finish the class in one day. I'm telling you, the information can be passed to you in one day. I repeat, in one day. Because looking at these fundamentals, we can now explain to you with examples. And one thing we always say, when I said I can explain to you in one day, we're not joking. Do you know why? Because you already understand these things. What do you mean, Mr. Tolu? What do you mean I understand these things? We mean that you already have this information. We are just helping you to apply it the proper way. Look at the examples that we have in front of us, and you will be the one to tell us whether it was good news or bad news. I can't hear your voices. You could type it out. Earthquake in Japan. I don't know whether you remember the earthquake in Japan. There was one heavy earthquake in Japan in March 2011. I believe that must have been the tsunami. Who can help us? Type it out. Was that good or was that bad for Japan? You know, that has to do with the currency of Japan, the yen. So you must know, is it good for that currency or is it bad for that currency? When you think about it, it's a no-brainer. It's what? It's bad. And because it's bad, we said something earlier. Because it's bad, what do? We sell. So we sell the currency of Japan because a lot of things will be on standstill, right? Because it's going to lose what? It's going to lose its value. Thank you. Exactly. Thanks for the... Oh, okay. I thought you said because it's going to lose its value. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. I said thanks for the value. You are welcome. You are welcome. Right? We're going to have something for traders shortly. We're going to be making the announcement, especially for traders that want to take their trading to the next level. We're going to be making an announcement sooner than later in the Telegram community. So if you're watching this and you're not in the community, you need to hop on the community. And you can get the link to the trading community, to the Telegram community via our videos here on YouTube. You will see the link, right? You see the school, the link for the school as well. So do well to follow us. We're going to make an announcement there. I will try to make the announcement maybe on the third day here as well. So for those that want to take advantage, it would be good for you to do so. So quickly, another example, I'm trying to look for, an example that we just used now on the Olympics is not on this list over here. But I always tell people, news, when you turn on your TV, the news is either good or bad, correct? And we said you have this information in you. because even if you don't like watching CNN, Al Jazeera, and the rest of them, you understand news. You have been watching news. You hear news. You see news. So news is the key aspect over here. Now, guys, please take note. If you're going to be watching this on a replay, you need to watch it on time, as the link, the videos will be taken down by the end of this week. It will be good for you to attend live, watch live, ask questions live, or watch on a replay. But then you might not be able to ask questions, obviously, live. And then the videos will be taken down by the end of the week. Okay? So let's continue. Let's just breeze through. And we would be rounding up for today to continue from where we stopped. We'll be rounding up sooner than later. We try as much as possible not to make it too lengthy, so that people can watch it over and over and over again. Just like a Netflix series. Every day we press our phones on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and the rest, and we do that for less than an hour. Check yourself. That means that you can watch this even 2-3 times in a day. God bless you too, sir. Thank you too. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for learning with us. Thank you for taking part in this information that we are sharing. And of course, I believe you are implementing it. Okay, great. So all these examples that we have, the ones listed here, the ones not listed here, you would easily know whether it is good or it is bad. And different places where we get this scheduled news from, we get them from Bloomberg. I'm sure you must have heard about Bloomberg before. There is a station, Bloomberg has a station, right, on cable, and it also has its own website, obviously. We have other ones, Forex Live, FX Street, Forex Factory, Investing.com. You have other ones that are not listed here, right? There are always a lot and a lot of examples, but we try to keep everything, try to keep everything contained. Why? So that you don't have information overload. And that's why, if you noticed, we are going straight to the point. We are not wasting your time. Normally, we would have been using the website forexfactory.com to explain how to interpret the information. But you know what? We're going to be doing that tomorrow. We don't want to finish the whole class in one day. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe sometime in August, we'll use one weekend. I repeat, we'll use one weekend to have this 3 days class, just one weekend, or maybe one day in the weekend. It could be Sunday, and we'll just breeze through the whole thing. It will be good for you that have heard this before or haven't heard this before, because the more you hear something, the easier and the better it sticks. Think of a movie that you watch. You watch that movie like 1,000 times. Before you know it, you will know what's going to happen next. You will know the wordings, and you'll be able to even, sing along if it's a sing-along movie and so on. Okay? So we're going to be stopping over here. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to continue from here. We'll take you to the Forex Factory website. And don't forget, we want to show you how to make money as fast as possible. We want to show you how to interpret the news as fast as possible, how to work around the technical analysis, how to build a strategy as fast as possible, how to calculate your risk management as fast as possible. You can see we're saying everything as fast as possible. That's why we always advise to have a mentor. A mentor will help you to understand it as fast as possible. When I started, I didn't have a mentor, so it took me years. And because it took me years, what happened? I learned the hard way. Easy. But because you have a mentor, because you would have a mentor, it shouldn't take you that long. You shouldn't have mistakes upon mistakes. You would only be making, use of the proper information because you have a mentor. So we are rounding up here for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any questions based on this beginner's class, I know some of you that are here might already be trading and you might need an advanced section. We have an announcement coming up shortly that's going to help us out, especially for those that might be struggling in the business and need something more advanced. We're going to work on that for you. And we're going to give you something, an offer that you can't refuse. It's going to be an offer that's going to help you out tremendously. Don't forget, we're trying to accelerate your trading. You want to make money when? You want to make money yesterday, not even now. Yes, you want to make money yesterday, not tomorrow, not next month. You want to make money as fast as possible. So, as we have finished the trading application as fast as we could, we showed you how to make use of it to open, close, and modify trades. Fundamentals, you can see based on market analysis fundamentals, we've already explained the scheduled and the breaking news as fast as possible. And we're going to continue using example for the scheduled news, how to interpret the news. How to interpret the news maybe of Ukraine, Russia, maybe even news of the latest Apple device coming out soon. I'm sure you guys already have an idea what is going to happen, whether it is good or bad. Simple. You have an idea because it has happened before. This is not the first war that we've had since we've been alive. It won't be the last one. The only thing is that we hope it is not a really bad one, right? Because most likely, these are things that occur on a regular basis. And as I said, news is something that we're already conversant with, we're used to. Okay, thank you guys. It has indeed been a good one for day one for this beginners training, how to trade the Forex market the proper way, beginners training. So we're going to continue tomorrow at the same time, 2 p.m. Make sure to join us. God bless you all. And thank you for thanking us for the value that we keep on sharing with you for free. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day and catch you same time tomorrow, 2 p.m. West African time. Goodbye.